Can you guys see me? Let me see if I can turn on the all messages are visible. Okay, cool. All right, so we're on here and okay, I'm just getting everything set up. So today's live is going to be very different than what I imagined because it is raining very badly right now. And if it were just raining, it wouldn't be such a problem, but it's also thundering and lightning. So, oops, hang on, just thundering and so I'm not going to go outside if it's thundering and lightning. So I actually filmed video of the garden because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe I can just, share it. But I was going to use StreamYard, but I think with the whole StreamYard thing, I think that it only works if I'm going to actually do it from StreamYard, which is very unfortunate. So I think I could probably show the video and then flip my camera around so that you guys can see it. Let me see if I can actually make this a little bit bigger. I'll be quite honest, I really didn't think it was actually going to rain because it's been threatening to rain all day and it hasn't done anything. So I think I kind of fooled myself into believing, okay, it won't rain, it'll just it'll just, it'll be fine. And of course it started raining and thundering and lightning. So that is not fun. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around and hopefully you guys can see this, and this is going to look, hopefully it's going to look pretty good. Okay, guys, so this is not ideal, but actually, you know what? I think I might be able to stream it to my television. So let me walk in there, turn my television on, and hopefully I should be able to sit back farther from the TV and show you guys how the garden is looking. Okay. So the TV's on because I want this to be nice and big for you guys. And all I have to do is share to my big screen. Okay, and it looks like this is going to work. So, okay, it's not on my big screen. So let me just take my computer in there and hopefully we can get this going on. So the garden is very big. It's very lush, which I'm totally enjoying. Certain things I feel are actually blooming earlier than what they did last year. And so we're gonna start with the hedge. the privacy hedge, because that has done very, very well this year. So let's see. Okay, so here we go, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yes, so probably shouldn't have been pointing it directly at the sun, but we're walking towards, this is the parterre garden. Actually, guys, hang on for a second. Let me disconnect this because I don't know why it's doing, shouldn't be doing that. Okay, that looks better. So yeah, as I said, everything got a lot bigger. The hedge is probably at least 6 feet tall. Some of parts of the hedge actually are taller than me. Now we're in the purple section. Actually, let me stop. These are the gladiolus that I planted back in 2021. So it was a purple mix. So they have like a dark purple, which you can see. They've got the mid purple, and then there is a white one, which you'll see in the next clip. And actually, guys, let me move this back into my study, and then we'll continue it from there. I don't lift my gladiolus. I know that a lot of people do. I don't lift my gladiolus because, quite frankly, I've never found it to be necessary. I found that they had, they returned very well the next year. Now there's the only set of gladiolus I would say that did not return, is the ones, I think they were called like it's something about spring. And those were a light chartreusey green, and it didn't come back, and I was really bummed about that. So everything else came back. Okay, so now we're going to go into this section, and this is the second purple section, and as you can see, these are the dark ones. There's more dark purple in this section. There's the mid one, and then there's the white. And so now I'm going into the side entrance, and these are right here. These are the chrysanthemums that I have to plant. I don't remember which ones. Oh, I know which ones these are. Okay, so I did take some cuttings back in, I guess, May when I sent my mom's to her, and I rooted some, and these are the ones that I rooted, and as you can see, they're doing really, really, really well. So that's what I have to plant. And those are tomatoes. This right here, hold on a second, let me actually back up. Okay, this plant right here, that is a phlox. That phlox, I'm not even sure what happened. It was only supposed to be 24 inches, and it ended up being a bit of a monstrosity. So I'm gonna have to dig it out at the end of the year and move it to a different location. Okay, so these back here, these white things, which you guys see right here, those are Asiatic lilies. I think I planted those last year. I think they came up last year. I'll have to check. This year, all the Asiatic lilies did really, really well. And I planted this right here, that white thing right there. That's called angel wings. And for reasons that I do not understand, it really hasn't been growing much. And it's supposed to get, I thought it was supposed to get like 18 inches. So I thought it was going to produce a nice pop of white in the garden, but it's just not working out that way. And let's see, okay, so I forgot to show you guys. These are echinacea, that's the milkshake one. And then let's see, there's some phlox. I don't remember what's that's called. And this one is ball dahlia, and this right here, oops. Oh my goodness, did I just lose my place? I lost my place. Let me go back to where this was. Okay, so this purple one, let me forward it a little bit more. This purple one is one of the daylilies that I got from Oak Tree Acre Daylily Farm. Oh, for you, those of you guys who are joining me, I was supposed to do the tour outside. Unfortunately, it is thundering and lightning. And so I did film a clip before I walked in here. And so that's what I'm showing. And I messed up with StreamYard. And so I can't share my screen the typical way. So I'm doing it this way. So this is one of the purple ones I got from Oak Tree Acres Daylily Farm at the sale last year. Actually, I went today, and so I got some more things, and I'll show you guys that at the end. This is one of the middle garden sections. That right there is feverfew, more of the lilies. This is one of, okay, so let me see if I can actually zoom in on that one just a little bit more. Oh, could I zoom in? Oh, hang on, guys. And now I went back to way too far. Okay, so these are echinacea. It's various ones. I think some of them is like the wicked echinacea. That was this right here. Okay, is a. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Okay, that right there is a. It's one of the China asters. That one is called Moonstone. And I'll take a picture of it later when it's not thundering and lightning so you guys can see that. So this is the Snow Country dahlia. This right here, let me pause that. You guys probably saw the reel I did. This is a green twister echinacea. Which for me seems to be starting out with green and pink and then maturing to totally pink. It's kind of weird. And this is just a pink phlox. I don't know which one it is. Oh, and guys, if you notice, there's a half moon wire cage around the dahlias. I got that from Flags Garden Center, and I have to say it works really, really well. Definitely a great purchase on my part, I feel like. Okay, so now we're going to start in the pink section. This thing that I'm touching right here, okay, this is called Lady in Black Aster. Now, it's supposed to be pink. Oh, excuse me, lavender, but it's kind of got a lot of pink in it. So it works well in the pink section and actually works well in the lavender section. So as you can see, it's kind of tall. So one of the things I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put stakes around it and tie it off so that it doesn't fall, because this one definitely flops. I've got more Asiatic lilies that haven't opened. I've got some gladiolus there. Right here, these are some of the chrysanthemums I planted last year that are coming back. And let's see. Here we go. That is one of the gladiolus. I can't remember the name of it. And that was Japanese anemone. And this right here, this one is called Pretty Parasols. I purchased 2 and planted 2, but only 1 survived. But this one, I thought it had reverted, because every year when it starts blooming, it starts out white, and then when it ages, it gets that pink around the cone portion of the flower. Okay, we're moving into the red section. These are the red gladiolus. For some strange reason, I think this one is called espresso, I think. It's a deeper red, but you know, for some reason last year I thought it was a darker, like burgundy. let's see, this one right here. This is one of the red echinacea I got from Monrovia. I can't remember which one it is. Um, they're okay. They're not grand or glorious. I'm not really a fan altogether. This is, I think it's Red Fire Phlox. This one right here is another daylily that I got from Oak Tree Acres. I want to say this one is called Tomato Soup, but I'm going to have to check a past video just to make sure of that. It's very pretty. And these are Miro Star dahlias right here. This is the, I winter sowed these back in 2021. These are the Flower Burst Berry Red Yarrow. And let's see, that's more of the yarrow. That's that echinacea again. And there's a gladiolus back there. Okay, so this right here is one of the zinnias. I didn't actually plant that one. That volunteered from last year. I can't remember what I put in this bed. That one is more pinkish. I don't know why. That leaf right there, that's the castor bean that I planted on Brad from Garden Evolutions, his recommendation. It's doing very well. We're in the orange section now. That is like a salmon, I think it's called Salmon Pastel Gomphrena. And so, you know, now that I think about it, I don't know why I put that in this orange bed, because it really should have been in the pink bed. Or maybe I thought it was the orange one. That right there, that is the Inferno Coleus. It does look very red. There's, oh, okay, that, let me see if I can go back slightly. Actually, you know what? I did tape the other ones. Okay, here we go. That one is called Confections Marmalade. I've showed plenty of pictures of that before. I don't know what this gladiolus is called. That thing back there, that's the amaranth. I thought it was supposed to be coral fountains. Obviously, it was mislabeled. Let's see, that's the Inferno. Okay, that right there is called Indian Summer Chrysanthemum. And let's see, this is a daylily, once again, that I got from Oak Tree Acres. Don't remember what the name is, and I did not see the tag to tell you guys. So a little bit disappointed about that. But it's very, very pretty. I like it. That's 4 clocks back there that are taking over the world. There's a couple of different chrysanthemums. Let me see if I can back up just a little bit to show you. Okay, so let me see if I can just back it up just a little bit more. Okay, right in this frame, you can see right here, that I think is one of the brush and thistle chrysanthemums. And this one right here is, I think that's called Royal Glamour. So, oh, I got my dress caught on the rose when I was doing that. So I was trying to get out without ripping my dress. More of the daylilies, let's see. I can't remember what that gladiolus is called. I'm going to have to check my list. There's more of the Gomphrena. That right there is called Barbosa Champagne Celosia. I'll show you guys a picture of that because it's really, really pretty. And that dahlia was mislabeled. That's the 4 o'clock. That's dahlia that was also mislabeled. Don't know what it's actually called. And then this one is, these are sunflowers. I think this is supposed to be peach passion or some sort of peach passion hybrid, because that's the way peach passion looks. It's a little bit shorter for right now, which is kind of surprising because last year I feel like it was actually a much taller than that. But it self-seeded in the orange section. So that right there, that's an amaranth, and I'm trying to figure out if that one is maybe golden amaranth based upon the color. It's definitely not coral fountains, or maybe it's hot biscuits, except for that doesn't look like hot biscuits either. So I definitely planted some things in the wrong sections of the garden this year. Okay, and at this point it's starting to thunder. That's That right there is Kudos Gold, Agastashi. This yellow thing, that's Coronation Gold Yarrow. That's huge. That's a sunflower. The echinacea you saw is called Mellow Yellow. And as you can see, that's the hedge. I was trying to do this quickly because, like I said, it was starting to thunder, and I did not want to get struck by lightning. There's echinacea, there's roses. Okay, okay, so this one right here, this is Mellow Yellow. So Mellow Yellow echinacea basically has multi-toned yellow flowers on it. The heuchera behind it is called Caramel. So the rose, that's Seattle Dahlia. That's a Rudbeckia. That's, I forgot what that is. This right here is called Salome Peony Daylily. It's a proven winter variety. That is the strawberry mango smoothie echinacea. That is Coral Fountains Amaranth. And let's see, in this section, this is a memorial garden. This is the balloon flower. That's a verbena and lavender. And that's a purple phlox. Don't remember the name on it. And let's see, I'm turning way too fast here. That's a green twister coneflower. That's a hibiscus. And back there, that is a chrysanthemum. At this point, I'm like running, trying to get through this. These are all my, echinacea. That is a dahlia that I got from Hudson Flower. Can't remember what the name is. I'll have to look that up. And let's see, that's a hot papaya, convection hot papaya. And there's some other ones in here. And so this right here is the white, green with white. It's gladiolas and Shasta daisies. And now we're back at the purple section. So I kind of flew through that because, like I said, I had a feeling it was going to rain. And the entire time it was thundering, which is why I start going so fast at the end, because it eventually did start lightning, and I just wanted to get out of there very quickly. So anyway, I'll have to do another tour where it's not raining or thundering and lightning so you guys can see everything. And that's the fountain. So anyway, I will turn the camera around now. So this garden tour today did not go like planned, so I'll probably do another one. But since I have you guys here, I'm going to show you what I got at the daylily sale. So Lorraine from Oak Tree Acres Daylily Farm has a 4th of July, has a sale every year right after 4th of July. And so basically you go there, you tell her which ones you want, and she will dig it out of the ground for you. And so that is what I did. And I always get some really unusual daylilies. Daylilies are one of those things that like people either love them or they hate them. A lot of times I think people hate them because they're so used to seeing the Stella Doro ones that's all they think they're out there. And there's so many great daylilies out there. And so, if you get the right ones, they are pretty. So let me show you what I got. So I tend to get mine 2 of each. Okay, sorry, Pepper Steve, sorry. Okay, so there's this one right here. It's yellow, and I'll tell you guys the name so that way you can look it up. It's called Eye on a String. And so you can see it just has it's a very thin petals. This is not what you typically think of when you see a daylily. So I got 2 of those, and I can't wait to put those. That's going to go into one of the yellow sections. And let me get the other ones because they're in bags. Okay, so the next ones are right here. So this one is called, ooh, Res Ipsa Loquitur. Now, I had to get this one. This one is like a, it's a red one. It's like this right here. This is what it looks like. And this is a legal term, and it means the thing speaks for itself. And so I was just like, you know, if you're not a lawyer, you're not gonna know the term, but I am. And I felt like if I didn't get it, like, can I even claim to be a lawyer? Because like that's total legal humor right there. But the thing speaks for itself, and it totally does. I mean, that is a gorgeous daylily. So I got 2 of those. Okay, let me see the next one over here. Then I have this one right here, which is called Key Lime Ice. And actually this one isn't blooming yet. I don't see any stalks on it, which is fine because probably once it, you know, once I get in the ground, hopefully it'll start to send up a stalk, and then I can, you know, I can get a bloom off that one. And then there's 2 more varieties. So there's this yellow one that I got. It's called Stardust Dragon. I hope you guys can see this really well. And that's a yellow one. And you know, one of the bags has an additional one in there, and it doesn't have a bloom on it. And Lorraine calls it Muddy River. It's actually a brown daylily. So I'm looking forward to planting that one. So let's see, because you know, for some strange reason, this isn't showing me any, comments, if anybody's leaving any comments. So let me log on to my computer, and if you guys are, okay, nobody's chatting, so I'm not missing anything apparently. Okay, so anyway, I got 9 daylilies today, and so I'll get those planted this week sometime. And you know what, I just realized I have some chrysanthemums that are inside, so I will show you guys the other ones that I've successfully grown on. So I gotta go and get these in the ground sometime this week, so hopefully I'll get some blooms. So let me turn the camera around. Okay, so these are the ones that I have grown on. So this right here, let me see, I have like Evan's Dream, I've got Harry Anderton, Lily Anderton, and that sort of thing. So they're nice and big. The root systems on them are actually pretty good. I do need to water them though, because they're looking a little dry. Let's see if I can pull this out of the container without damaging anything. Hang on. So the roots are at the bottom, which is good. And so I'm gonna be putting those in the promenade garden. So yeah, I still have a lot more chrysanthemums to plant. And then I'm right in the process of trying to do more cuttings. And I don't know if these are gonna turn out very well. So I've got them in my little container trying to create, a misty, like a humid environment. And so I don't even know what these are. These got snapped off. What happens, I've been having a rabbit that's kind of like eating everything. And so it like snaps it off and then it leaves it. And it's kind of like devastating. Oops, the plant. And that does not have a root on it because I was able to pull it out so quickly. So I don't know how well this is gonna do, guys. Actually, let's take it out. Let's see if we can see if anything does have a root. Okay, this one at the end has a root. Let's see if the rest of them do. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other roots. I mean, I'm keeping at it. I'm spraying it down. and that sort of thing. And I'm hoping eventually it'll root. But I don't know. I'm not. I think it's probably best to take them earlier on in the season. So that's very, very unfortunate. So anyway, but like, you know, hopefully maybe I'll succeed. So it's still, it's not the rain that's bothering me, it's the thundering lightning. If it wasn't lightning, I'd take you guys out there. The vegetable garden is looking big. Let me see if I can actually turn this around so you guys can see anything. So, I mean, you can see that the Brussels sprouts are really, really big. And I don't know if you guys can see the tomatoes from there. It probably doesn't look as clear as what I can see it. But yeah, I'm very happy with the vegetable garden this year. The stock tanks are working very, very well. And I am really excited about all the produce that I'm going to start getting. My tomatoes are finally, or I have fruit on them, which is a little bit surprising because I don't know, maybe everybody else's tomatoes start fruiting at this point. I don't recall that mine fruit this early. So I'm gonna go stand on the porch and show you guys as much as I can of the garden without going out into the storm. Okay, let me turn the lights on. Okay. And so there we go. So that's the white section. So right here is where the pink section is. So the pink section is the pink section and and this white section are the closest to the door. And then there's two pink sections, and then you can see where the red section starts. And then you got the two orange sections over by my car. And then at the corners, you have one yellow section, and then the second one. Let me see if I can raise it up so you guys can see it. And then where that trellis is, that's the green with pink section, and that's the green with white section. And of course, these are middle section, memorial gardens. That's another memorial garden, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of how it looks, you know, and I can still hear thunder, guys. So I don't want to risk it. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, everything is doing really well, especially with all the rain that we've been getting for the past, you know, few weeks, actually week or so. Everything is getting big. I'll be quite honest. I'm really proud of all of the limelight hydrangeas because I don't remember that those start flowering in July. For what I always remembered them to start flowering at the end of July, beginning of August, but they are showing out this year. Some of them, particularly this one right here, is like 7 feet tall. So, you know, as you can see, it is providing a fairly good, you know, hedge. And so I'm sure you guys can kind of see that the property kind of slopes down. So the cars are actually lower than that hedge. And I'm sure you guys have seen that. Like, for example, here comes a car right now. You know, you're not really seeing it. So if you're not seeing them, then that means they're not really seeing me. So I'm going to walk to the end of this section, the porch. This year I'm planning to take out, this fall, take the rest of this hedge. It's overgrown, it's ugly, and not to mention I don't want animals hiding in it, which is what's going to happen. So that's got to go. I'm sure you guys can see that tree right there. It stops right there. That is because that is what PSC&G took down to not interfere with these lines right here. I just saw some lightning. So my plan is to find somebody to actually do a wood carving and basically turn that into a wooden sculpture for the garden, because I am going to extend the garden to this section over here. I'm still deciding if I'm going to do a rose garden, a peony garden, or maybe some combination of the two. I'll draw something out and I'll keep you guys posted on what I'm going to do. So anyway, I'm going to try to do this next. Oh, hi, Sister's Touch. Oh yeah, I'm staying safe. Listen, I'm standing underneath underneath the porch. Um, Yes, the limelight hydrangeas are doing really well, and it is looking super lush. It's a big change from probably like 3 weeks ago, because we hadn't had rain in so long. I mean, I have everything on drip irrigation, which does work, but there's just something about a good soaking rain that the plants just respond better. Um, the lawn actually has recovered. This part wasn't so bad because, as you guys can see, I've got a really big sycamore tree right there, that provides shade. But in the back, my lawn had actually turned brown. So everything is recovered. As you can see, everything is blooming. You know what, guys? I just realized I don't even think I posted the video yet, but I don't know if you guys can see like the white line. It's Hortonova netting. This year I'm trying it out to see if it does a good job at holding the plants up, because last year one of the issues I had was, especially like with the gladiolas were falling into the walkway, and it was almost impossible to walk through the garden because everything was laying flat. So as you can see, all the gladiolas are standing up, and I had one that did fall over, but it's not blocking the path. So I definitely next year have to make sure that I put it all the way around the garden, so that way it keeps everything in the beds looking really tidy. So Sister's Touch said, indeed, nothing like a good rain. My lawn is suffering too here on Long Island. Oh, so Sister's Touch, you guys haven't gotten any rain? Because I don't know, for some reason I thought everywhere on the East Coast was getting rain. Lori Carter has a question. Brooke, what is the netting for? You just answered my question. Oh, yeah, it's just for support. I think what I'm going to do next year, and unfortunately I'm not going to walk down there because it's still thundering and lightning. And I'll just walk to this end, and maybe you guys can see it. I'm sure you guys can see those skinny little sticks. Those are actual stakes, and those are 5 feet. Now, at the corner, like right where my finger is, that is one of those U-posts. I think for next year, I'm going to use more U-posts. And what I would like to do is, I think I'm going to do, maybe instead of having one at each edge, I think I want to do 3. And the reason I want to do 3 is because the back stuff gets taller. So I'm thinking eventually I might need to add a second layer on. And the way I have it right now, I really can't add a second layer of netting to that. Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit because I just saw more lightning. So I'm going to try to do 2 layers of netting next year, assuming this doesn't work, because like I said, I'm really impressed because everything is staying up. So I may just put 4-foot netting section around everything, 4-foot high posts, and then put the netting around, and that might actually do it. I'm just hoping that next year that some of the lower things will be at more full, so you don't see the netting. I mean, it's not bad. It's just I was hoping that the netting would be completely hidden, completely hidden by the plants. Next year, I also want to work on, I have to do some sort of netting solution in the center of the bed, so that way that is, that's up too. And so, yeah, so that's what the plan is. Oh, you know what, guys? I just remembered. I got some plants at the Hardy Plant Society members tour. So this right here is a ginger. This is a yellow and purple bearded iris. This is called it's a peach tree. It's called hang on. What's the name of this peach tree? It's some sort of it's called a wild peach tree. And this right here are some canna bulbs that I have to plant. So yeah, so I got to figure out where I'm gonna put those. With the Wild Peach, I might put that in a new section that I'm gonna create because it's just really getting full out there. So this at the end of this growing season, I definitely need to start pulling some of the bigger things and relocating them to the to a different section because I don't know. I've never been one of person who is like, oh my goodness, 3 years I have to divide, but everything has filled in a lot more than I thought it was going to fill in, and so I think it's going to be necessary to do that. So anyway, before I let you guys go, I guess I should show you guys all of the the paintings I have because I always forget to do that. All right, so this one right here, I got at an antique store. I don't know what that was. Actually, let me go check and see what my dog is barking at here. I hope it's just the thunder. Did you really do that? Okay. It's just the thunder, guys. But yeah, I get my oil paintings from thrift stores. I've only purchased a couple of new ones. So this one, I'm going to gild the frame, and it's going to go in the bedroom called Lavender Lounge. I don't even remember what antique store I got this from. I like the frame because it's ornate. I just don't like the color, so I'm going to gild this one. And I think making this gold is going to make it pop. Then right here I have this is a still life I got from the New Hope Antique Center. And this is a frame that's going to be gilded. And these right here are prints by this, I think is she from Poland or Czechoslovakia? And so I'm going to put these in the upstairs hallway, but they're botanical prints. And I think she made them using natural dyes. And so this right here is one of my collection of nautical paintings. And so I have a few more that I'm going to add to this wall. This is another still life by somebody whose name is Dallas. And yeah, I like that. And then up here we have now this one right here is kind of impressionistic. Actually, guys, let me see if I can raise the stick so to give you guys a better view. This is very impressionistic. It's a woman walking down a country path. I forgot where I got this one. Now this one is by P. Sabin. I don't know who that is, but I think I got this one in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, especially in Bucks County, there were a lot of artists. It's not quite impressionistic, but in Bucks County, painting scenes of pastoral life was a big thing. This is a impressionistic painting I got from, what's the name of the place? Center Stage Antiques. This is a still life. I forgot where I got this one. And this is one I got from Brandywine View Antiques. So, and then let's see. The black and white photograph is actually one that I took when I was in college. And let's see, I don't even know what to call that cameo thing. But the bottom is a still life portrait or painting. And oops, I'm having a real issue with my light switches today. And so these two right here, I took them at the Baltimore Museum of Art, and these are one of the things I got from a local antique store. And the bedroom upstairs doesn't have like a central light, so I'm not gonna walk through the dark room because it's really dark because it's raining and I don't want to fall. But the last room is what I refer to as the Grand Salon. And in the Grand Salon, I have a lot of paintings. So hold on, let me flip this around. Did this wall. So this frame was actually dark brown. I gilded it, and that's a still life. And then the top one is one that my mom bought me for a birthday present. And then I got that from Brandywine View. And let's see. I've got that still life, which I'm going to take out of here because it's very, very dark. And I think it shows up better on the camera, but it's very, very dark. And I'll look better in a room with natural light. These are all of mine that have winter scenes. I do have some more that have winter scenes. That's what I'm doing on this wall. Up here, I have some more small nautical ones. That's an impressionistic one. It's like a boat on a river, and this is just like a, a schooner. And there's a still life and another still life. And then last but not least, I got this one. This kind of a European fountain scene. And I got to get frames for these. But last but not least, this is the one I picked up recently in New Hope. It's really nice. It's a very interesting pastoral scene. I'm going to look to see if I can get it restored, because I don't know if you guys can see the yellowish tint on it. A lot of these paintings have like shellac on them to protect them, and over time they yellow, and so I know if I get it restored, it'll kind of go back to its original color. So anyway, guys, so I'm gonna check the weather for next week. Hopefully next week the weather will be better. Won't be getting like thunder and lightning. That way I can actually go outside and give you guys a real close-up look of the garden. So, and I apologize for that. So, but hey guys, I don't have control of the weather. If I did, I certainly would not be working my current job. So I'm gonna go in, get some dinner. And I hear the dog coming up behind me. And like I said, we'll try again next Sunday. And at some point in time this month, I'm going to do another cooking video. This time I'm going to be doing a video on how to make blueberry barbecue sauce that is not tomato based. The recipe I got in a magazine called Saveur, and it's by Chef Vivian Howard. And it's really, really delicious. I mean, even though it's barbecue sauce, you can use it on other things. So I love making white pizza and drizzling that over. And it's just something fun you can do with blueberries besides the traditional, blueberry cobbler, blueberry pie, blueberry dumplings, because I don't know about you, but there's only so much blueberry pie that you can eat. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off, but I wanted to know if anybody had any questions. So Laura says, I'm glad to have this chance to see your garden. I look forward to next week. Yeah, me too. I'm just, I feel so bad because I thought we were going to get away unscathed with the whole rain situation, and that I would definitely be able to show you guys the garden. But you know what? It's saying even next week, it's saying that Tuesday and Wednesday, you know what? I might actually do a last minute live on Tuesday or Wednesday, because it's saying it's gonna sunshine. Thursday, Friday, even it looks like Thursday through Sunday next week it's actually gonna be raining. Sister Such said, lovely paintings and tour, especially for us gardeners who rained in. Thank you so much. Looking forward to next week too. Yeah, so well, you know what? Next week what I'll do is I'll set it up on this on StreamYard, because with StreamYard, I can actually share my screen. And that way, if for heaven forbid, we do get rain, I do a video tour, it will actually work and you guys will actually be able to see everything, and it won't be blown out. So anyways, by the way, if you guys have any gardening questions or like a topic that you're interested in, you can message me like on Instagram or something like that, because I do have a podcast and I will be doing some live taping of podcasts. And so if there's questions you have on, I don't know, roses, pest issues, whatever, if I don't already know the answer, I'm one of those types of people, I love researching it. So if you have any gardening topics or problems or issues that you want me to cover in a podcast, just send me a message through through Instagram. You can email me, and it's vintagegardenernj@icloud.com, and I will look at it, and I'll do a podcast on it, because I'm always, interested in making things informative to people, for people. And I know sometimes people have questions and they don't necessarily know how to get an answer. And so I want to be able to help people in their gardening journey. So anyway, guys, I will see you guys later. Hopefully everybody's getting some rain for whatever's in their garden, and maybe, I don't know, stay tuned for Tuesday or Wednesday. If I might decide to do a quick one, and if I do, just be ready to get your cup of coffee and enjoy the tour. So see you guys later. Let's see, how do I exit out of here? Okay.